What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another damn
another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by
Our damn selves.
episode 294.
94. Yeah.
Tri-State. Let's go, baby. 294. Chi-Town thing right there. Or that's not Chicago. That's right. 294 is not
Not
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
Part of, show the map. Yeah, Chicago, not Chicago. 294 is in the
This
not.
Lanes. Park Ridge.
On the south end, you got like Homewood and
South Holland.
Lansing, yes, which we once lived right by the 294.
Right.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
294. Yeah. Well, Chicago, that's the Chicago metropolitan area. That's what we'll call that. This is Chicago Metro. It's not Chicago proper, but it's Chicago Metro. So there you go. So that's how
Chicago,
we include y'all. Yeah, Chicago metropolitan. You tell who lives outside of that line because whoever gets mad when everybody posts that map like Chicago.
It's what we talk about division between us and
y'all play too much shit like that.
I just made that face.
You must live outside of the line.
It's all in fun. It's all good. It's all good.
MLK weekend as well too. So yeah, shout out. How Dr. King? How old was he? When was he born? I don't know. Is it 33?
I think
33. So he would have been 90. What's that?
Yeah, I think so.
33. Yeah, King would have been 90. Yeah. I think he was born in 33, if I'm not mistaken.
So. I think so, yeah.
90th birthday. I can't even imagine Dr. King is 90 years old. Remember they did a Boondocks episode where he survived.
Oh, when he survived, yeah. And
so he would have been he would have been in his 60s then, because I was like 20 years ago. So.
Right. Mm-hmm.
A 90-year-old Dr. King, can't imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something right. I think he was. Let's look that up. Was it 33? He might have been. It might not have been 33. I think he was born in 33. I'm not sure.
I think so.
Let's look that up.
1929.
29. Okay, so add a couple more years. So 94?
Yeah.
94. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. 94-year-old king. That's even crazier than a 90-year-old king. I don't know where I got somebody was born in 33. I don't remember who. Shout out to whoever was born in 1933. According to the odds, man. Damn it. But beautiful weather this weekend in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago is. I'm not going to complain.
Getting unseasonably warm.
Winter in Chicago. So it's been like 40s, upper 40s. It's cracked 50 a couple of days. They said like for like 18 days in a row or something, it's been over what is supposed to be over the average temp. And I'm like, I don't know. And it doesn't seem to be slowing down. I mean,
I said, I'll take it.
I've looked and I've seen the weather for the next 2 weeks, and it's nothing dipping down. So
keep our fingers crossed, yeah. Because
we gotta get to Groundhog Day, and then if the groundhog's at the show, we have to get see what the groundhog says.
Out with Bill Murray and them.
What's his name? Phil. What's his
Puxatomi Phil?
Puxatomi Phil. There you go. Like, what's his name? You knew I was trying to say.
The last time that Bill Murray and Harold Ramis worked together, like the team, they had been together since Stripes, and then I think Groundhog Day was their last movie working together. Yeah. If you OGs, look them up. Yeah, that's some
yeah.
Ghostbusters. Yeah, they
Ghostbusters is still iconic.
Yeah. Stripes was my shit. That's like
I like Ghostbusters.
But enjoying my weekend. Definitely watch some good television. Babe always a suggestion.
Good suggestions.
This time, The Banker. Have you seen the movie called The Banker?
I have not. Isn't it based on like a true event? And
Yeah, it's
isn't
like
it
these two black
Sam?
dudes,
The
Sam
Sam
Jackson
Jackson?
and Anthony
And
Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, right? Yeah, I saw the preview, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
But I know it's gonna probably be awesome because I like both of them as actors. I love both of them. So
Nia Long plays Anthony Mackie's wife. Yeah, so she's in it. It had a great cast.
okay.
So
I
yeah.
know it's like the two black people, like they had
Had
white people
a mini
fronting
real estate empire, but yeah, with they had a white dude as the
the
front
white face as the face of their stuff. Yeah. Which I mean,
back in the 60s. Yeah,
that's the reality. I'm just that's the reality. That's
mm-hmm.
it.
I won't spoil too, even though it's a true story, but still people might not know this story, so I'm not gonna spoil too much. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but, they started out in California, like they were taking bought a bunch of properties in California.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got greedy. They decided they wanted to buy some banks in Texas. In Texas, 1960.
Ooh, ooh, you see my face. Ooh, Texas.
And then that's where that's where the movie really takes a turn, and I'll leave it at that. They said, yeah, we buying a bank in Texas. So yeah.
Yeah. Texas and yeah. Yikes.
But yeah, I enjoyed it tremendously. Highly recommended. The Banker. It came out
What's it streaming on?
we Apple TV.
Okay, I have that. I have everything pretty much. So
Yeah.
just try to see like what I can watch it on.
He got low key, got some nice shit. Like, cause last week I talked about the other joint with Sam Jackson, the what's it called? The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray, yeah. Ptolemy Gray, yeah, Ptolemy. Yeah. The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. He has a P, okay, a silent P at his name. That's why. So that's the one where Sam Jackson he played like a dementia patient.
Dementia, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, so Sam Jackson, he's getting his Apple TV on apparently.
Well, Sam Jackson is the highest grossing
actor of all time.
Actor, yeah, because think of all the movies he's been in, like all this stuff. So
he was in Star Wars. He's been in several Marvel.
All the Marvels.
Those two titles alone, which are both owned by Disney, by the way, both Star Wars and Marvel. Like Disney pretty much owns everything at this point.
And then he does stuff with Tarantino, so
Pulp Fiction, Hateful Eight,
those Django Unchained.
Django, yeah. Classics, matter of fact, yeah. Tarantino's like, get that man his flowers. Like Tarantino makes some movies.
And then on the side, and then all the Spike Lee joints he's done, Sam Jackson. He's done some Spike Lee joints. So
days. Yeah, or the most iconic
Jungle Fever.
Gator. His most iconic role, yeah.
Want me to dance for you, mama?
Gator was yeah. Do the Right Thing is the Senior Love Daddy.
Senior Love Daddy. I still like them in school days. How come you college motherfuckers come down here thinking that you can?
Also, another classic. Sam Jackson joined A Time to Kill, another class. And I hope they burn in hell. That's a classic. Like Sam Jackson.
I was on that jury. I would not have found him guilty either. I would not guilty.
Shout out Matthew McConaughey. He wouldn't even have to get a speech.
He wouldn't have to get a speech to me.
I'll picture this. He's white. He never.
I saw him and I saw what they did to his daughter. Okay, not guilty. I don't even need to hear it. I don't even need to hear testimony. Not guilty. Mm-hmm. That would have been me on the jury.
Well, yeah, Sam Jackson, that's my dude. When his first ever role, I think, was Eddie Murphy Raw.
Eddie Murphy, that doodle line. That doodle line.
Eddie tells the dirty joke. Little Eddie, which played by
Kitty / Blood.
And then he all adults are like, and then the only one that laughs is Sam Jackson.
It's his drunk uncle that says that doodle line.
The rest of them are just looking like, can you like, yeah. I bet if Khalil told a dirty joke, you'd be like, okay, like, what was that?
You and Feast would probably be both.
I'd be Sam Jackson.
Both you and Feast would laugh. I know both of you guys would laugh.
Like, I love that doodoo line.
You and Feast would definitely laugh, both of y'all.
That's funny. We got to stage that, do a TikTok of that. Don't steal that shit now. Somebody, if anybody watches this, though, so we're gonna do a fucking TikTok of that shit. And I'm gonna do the Sam Jackson part. You be Eddie's mom. There you go. Marcus be his dad. Khalil be Eddie.
Ariana, Tatiana Ali.
Tatiana Ali singing Why Do Fools Fall? We got the whole scene. We got the scene. I love that doodoo line. That boy got talent. Might watch Eddie Murphy Raw this weekend.
Oh gosh.
Weekend.
Well, it's a long weekend, so.
We'll get a quick one then. Happy birthday to you. You know, you got to play it every MLK. Who has the longest intro? That's not as long as the fucking Temptations, Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Papa Was a Rolling Stone. That's like a
12-minute intro.
A 2 to 4 minute intro.
Boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom.
Well, Dennis comes in. It was the 3rd of September. Whatever. Classic.
Yeah, but the happy birthday to you was wrong.
Yeah, I wonder when it switched from the happy birthday to because it used to be the holiday joint. Which shout out Tasha was talking about that. She played that for her students. They didn't know who none of the people were on that, which is why it probably switched because like most of the talent on there is like it was dated, especially the rappers and shit. Yeah, it's like, but then you had like some heavy hitters like Whitney Houston's on there, El DeBarge. Just like it was some heavy hitters. It was I don't know if you remember that the holiday joint with the posse joint it had but the rappers, the only ones that I knew that were relevant to me in that era was like Run DMC and the Fat Boys. They had a bunch of cats from like the early 80s, like Grandmaster Melly Mel and Curtis Blow. Like cats that when I was that age, I didn't give a shit about. They were the old heads even back then. They were always older than me. It's like Run was my guy and then the Fat Boys. Like everybody else was like, oh, you could have kept the rest of the rappers. But like that was like the first merger of like I would say hip hop and R&B was that joint. That's the first time I remember hip hop and R&B teaming up. And then, but like I said, that was the joint. Even when I started in radio, that was the MLK record, and then it switched to the Stevie Wonder one, which was the original one. The Stevie Wonder was the original. They switched back to it eventually. Yeah. The Stevie Wonder joint because he made that in honor because like to try to get MLK Day legalized,
a national holiday, yeah.
Which in '86 it finally became a national holiday.
I remember it being like a big deal. I remember it because I was little during that time, but I remember like mom, like yeah, I remember it being like a big deal, like the adults around me being,
all the teachers in school were like talking.
Yeah, like I remember the adults being excited. Like I said, I really didn't know what was
going on. Mrs. Rigsby, that's whose class I was in. They
I was young, so I mean, I didn't really know what was going on, but I remember the adults being really pumped up for it. The adults being super excited about it. So
the late Mrs. Rigsby, remember her talking. And remember she was pro blackity black, so she definitely was on that when the MLK thing
we got a couple of pro black teachers.
Rigsby too, yes.
We got a few pro black teachers. We did.
Miss Dickerson was probably my first pro blackity black.
Miss Ford.
We had a few.
We had a few, yeah. We had a few of them.
And Rigsby, let's go.
Yep.
Very interesting weekend. Well, should we get into it? We didn't
the pleasantries we've done
warmed up. We didn't warmed up a bit. Well, it passed. We talked about it last week. It's official. Assault rifles are illegal in Illinois now. JB did it. They did that shit. I talked about it. Yeah, they made some adjustments to the bill. Like I said, the parts I was concerned about seems like they thought about cats like me. It's like because like with these pistols, it's like I'm like 12 rounds. That's kind of and yeah. So they said the 10 rounds is for long guns like rifles like and then 15 rounds for hand.
Okay.
Like 15. That's I'm comfortable with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's but yeah, it's the ones that are already owned. They said you can keep them. So, but you got to register them with the state. If you don't register them by the first, like January 1st of next year, then basically you're a felon or something like that. You gotta register. Basically. Yeah.
Okay.
So it did go through, and already it's getting pushed back from the Republicans. like so Darren Bailey, he was there because he's a state senator, so he was there. He's like see you in court or some shit. Like he said something, and we're not going to comply. It's like it's already getting messy and shit. A lot of the sheriffs around the state are like saying, yeah, we're not going to enforce that too. That are in a more Republican heavy Counties. Yeah, I was like, yeah,
County, yeah.
I'm looking for the
And when you
Republican.
start driving down 57, go down state, it's red.
Or go out towards Rockford, like, which, as a matter of fact, some of the Rockford ones out in that area I saw when I was looking through them. I was like, okay, Winnebago County, I know that. Sheriff, Ogle County, I know that. When I started looking through some of the counties, so these are all like right by Rockford. So like,
Iroquois County,
yeah, I started.
Vermilion County, like those are like going south.
Me, as a Second Amendment, I'm a gun guy, so I was following this story pretty closely. Yeah, but he had passed last Monday or Tuesday, right after we finished, pretty much, because they went through the House already when we were like a week ago when we talked about this.
Right,
it went through the Senate, and then like as soon as it went through the Senate, like JB
said,
he was sitting there with his pen, he was waiting.
JB did like this.
Like it passed like the Senate, and then probably like an hour later he signed the shit. It was literally like that. Like, he wasn't bullshitting on that when he signed it immediately. Yeah, mostly because of the Highland Park shit. That's what it was.
Yeah, because
more of a political move, because I don't think it's gonna stop gun violence, like especially in the hood, because the hood don't use AR-15s and shit. So like, fix the hood. Is what if we find out why cats are shooting, like fix that shit. The socioeconomic as a whole, like they don't get me on my soapbox about that.
That's where the mayor comes in hand. So we have this mayoral thing. Like now we're starting to see mayoral. I'm starting to see the yard signs. Like I'm seeing. Like I don't know who some of these people are. I'm like, who is this?
I know.
Like, I don't know who some of these people
Lightfoot, are. Willie Wilson, and Chewy Garcia. That's the only names I really.
Oh, which one called Paul Vallis is running now.
Paul Vallis. I haven't seen
Paul
Vallis. I see him online a lot. Yeah, I see him. He does. I don't know if he's done a lot of yard signs, but definitely his presence on like Facebook and Twitter. He's like all over that.
I saw his commercials on TV, and I'm like, oh, I said Paul Vallis is running, because I didn't even know. I just saw his commercial, and then I'm seeing like all these yard signs of people I've never even heard of. I'm like, who is that?
Like, the last mayoral elect was that 2019. It's gonna be like that all over again.
Yeah,
like a 25 candidates. It's gonna be like that all over again.
I'm seeing them Willie Wilson signs though when I'm driving. I'm seeing them.
Last year, Willie Wilson started putting.
I'm seeing more of them. I did starting to see like more. I don't even started like concentrate in one area. Now I'm starting to see them spread out now.
The ones I see the most are his and Chewy Garcia, pretty much everywhere. They kind of flooding the sign market of those. Like
Chewy Garcia where I'm at.
I see him all up and down Lakeshore Drive all the time. You seeing Chewy.
I see Willie Wilson. I see Brandon Johnson. I want to say, or Jack. What Brandon Johnson? I think is his name. Like I don't know who it is. Brandon T. Jackson. I'd vote for Brandon. Not Jackson. Brandon Johnson. I want to say is his name. And that's all I really see. I see no Lori Lightfoot signs. Just saying.
Yeah, the incumbent, so she doesn't have to do signs as much. The incumbent typically has the advantage, except with Lightfoot. I don't know if it's because like her record is kind of shaky, so I don't know if it's an advantage. So I don't know about her.
That's where the mayor comes in, like addressing what needs to be put into the city to help deter like my thing I always say about crime, especially in Chicago's the third largest city in the country. So in large cities like Chicago, it's never going to be 0% crime. It's just not. It's just never going to be zero. But it's things that you can do to deter and reduce the crime rate. And you have to look at the crime rate per capita, like is it 100,000 people? I think that's
what they do per capita.
I think that's the crime rate per 100,000. So if you're looking at that, seeing like, okay, how many homicides occur per 100,000? How many how many are related to gun violence? How many, that type of stuff? How many armed robberies are there? You have to look at things like that.
Fix the hood and this crime problem will take care of itself. That's just
right. That's what I'm saying. Like you need to find
my opinion. I may be wrong, but that's all. Fix the hood.
I think resources need to go in to help deter it. Like I said, one big thing, like why all these carjackings were happening at one point with these kids need to be in stuff. Too much idle time. These kids need to be in resources, need to be in activities, need to be in something to like busy them. So you're not thinking like, what could I do? Let me go rob this. And then you're going over here carjacking, but then somebody running somebody like you, like a Second Amendment person, and then like we said last week, fuck around, find out. You fucked around, you found out.
Yeah. Like that, and it's more coming out about that Houston shooting story too. Like it's more layers to that have been coming out. But yeah, I don't know if the guys even been charged. I didn't see that part, but it's like I watched the video fine because at first I didn't watch it. I watched the video, and it was like one shot that people like is the questionable one, yeah. But other than that, it's like, yeah, I still say it's self-defense. It's not self-defense. It was like, yeah, it was, yeah. You somebody robbing you, you brought that on yourself. If you rob somebody and you get shot, like that's on you. I don't feel bad for you. Play stupid games to get stupid prizes.
Play stupid prizes. That's a phrase.
Yeah. God damn it. But the assault weapons and magazine thing is the Illinois Rifle Association, which is the state version of the NRA. Basically, they think they filing their suit against the state and all of that. So it's going to get messy. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a goddamn political mess and shit right now. But I'll be following. Like when I saw the 15 rounds, okay, yeah, that's it's a pretty good compromise to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say all gun control is racist just because we know the history of gun control was to keep people's hands. But yeah, that's just my opinion. It's like, but if you got a compromise, I say the 15 I'm comfortable with. Yeah.
My thing is no side is going to be 100. Nobody's going to be 100% pleased. If you're on opposite ends of the spectrum, you guys gotta come in the middle. You have to come in the middle.
10 rounds, and I was like,
you have to come in the middle.
I said, not telling my business, but I'd be a felon right now if it went that 10 round one. Because I'm not complying. I'm not giving my shit up. Just like he said, turn him in or become a criminal. I guess the latter and shit is what they said. I ain't turning shit. They ain't gonna give you no money for your shit. So why would I turn it into them? Fuck them. What are they gonna give you?
You gotta meet. Like you gotta come up some, you gotta go down, and then you gotta meet right there in the middle if you're on opposite ends of the spectrum. Nobody's gonna get 100% of everything that they want. That's just not reality. So you gotta compromise it.
Yeah, that was my concern when I saw this going like 10 rounds. I'm like, like y'all
that's really short. Yeah, that's really like
that one is like,
that's like you said, like, yeah, well, we need people to protect us, but
yeah, like I said, it doesn't apply to law enforcement or private security. So it's like, if the 10 rounds was really enough, like you would be across the board. The cops would have 10 rounds, your security would have 10 rounds. So it's bullshit. It's your actions. I don't listen to your words. I follow your actions. Your actions say that 10 rounds is not enough. Your security can have.
What's the old phrase that they always say? Do as I say. That's I do. Do as I say.
That's what I looked at. I was like, because they say, well, you don't need more than 10 rounds. And why did these fucking assholes protect you have more than 10 rounds then? If you don't need more than 10, and then subject can be changed. Or like if it was one of them, I'd be arrest that man. They'd have me put out. People flex like that when you challenge them. It's like, yeah. They say I was disrupting the fucking process. Yeah, I'd be arrested and kicked the fuck out of there. That's what they would have done with me. Because if I was the press covering it, I would have said it like, hey, it's Oz man. I would have represented it's Oz man from Not Another Damn Podcast. I'll rep us with this shit. If 10 rounds is enough, why does your security have more than 10? Get that man the fuck out of here. Yeah, they wouldn't even answer that shit. They just got me the fuck out of there. But
they would give the political answer where like you do this, you talk around the question and you don't answer.
If they gave an answer, it'll be some bullshit.
Well, and because politicians argue like you didn't answer the question at all. Like you just talked around. You didn't answer it at all, but
except for Donald Trump and shit. Because my life is important, yours isn't. He would have just told you straight up his ass. He would have said some bullshit like that. Because I'm rich and famous, so I'm
a billionaire and I need protection at all times.
He just told you that fucker. He's the only one that would have just told you straight up. Because I'm a billionaire and famous. I need protection. You don't.
Donald Trump says the quiet part's loud. He says the quiet part's very loud.
The only one that would have told you straight up, yeah. Because I'm Donald Trump and I need protection, motherfucker. He would have said that shit.
Who are you? What's your net worth? Exactly.
Why do you need more than 10? Yeah, no one knows who you are. I'm down. My name is on all the buildings in New York. Who the hell is this guy? I was on The Apprentice. Who's this guy? And you mad, bro? You're mad. I'm not mad. You mad, bro? Who is this?
He was that though.
Yeah, that fucking guy. But yeah, I just wanted to kick it off with that and update on that. Yeah, it's officially passed, but the lawsuits are hitting, so I don't know if it's gonna be delayed until that's But as of right now, if you have an AR-15, yeah, well, if it has to be registered by the end of the year, but other than that, yeah.
Other than that, you about to be screwed if you don't register your shit.
And 10 rounds for rifles, 15 rounds.
I mean, I get it. Like in rural areas, they do need it. I get that,
Yeah.
Because
I'm a concealed carrier, and it's pretty hard to conceal a fucking rifle unless you're gonna walk around with a trench coat and it up under the motherfucker. So yeah.
And that's how the whole thing started. Like when I was in high school in the 90s, that's when all that's
because of Columbine. That's all that was.
When that started happening, because they started tripping. Like after Columbine, like the guys, because we had like emo, gothy kids at my school, and they couldn't wear their trench coats anymore. They was like, you can't wear your trench coats to school no more. They stopped them from wearing their trench coats.
Remember your guy Sting, the wrestler? He was he had switched to like a goth, like Crow type character during that time. It was like when
it
started getting more edgy and shit. So his character was made based more like Brandon Lee from the Crow.
From the Crow, yeah.
He couldn't wear his coat to the ring anymore. He had the long black coat. It said that's too many memories of Columbine. Made Sting stop wearing his coat. I was like, stupid, man. It's a fucking wrestling character.
I remember that. I remember when they put the metal detectors in the school, and then the guys who had the trench coats, they was like, nope. It was like, nope.
I remember Sting's coat getting banned. That's what I remember.
I remember that in the 90s.
Couldn't wear his coat to the ring anymore. I remember.
See, we all say we're that older. We remember when that actually happened in the 90s. We remember that.
But you got kids. I got some more. Yeah.
If we want to stay kind of Chicago themed or whatnot, kind of in Chicago, but then going adjacent. I saw this and I was like, I hope that is not true. I saw it posted. It looks like it may be in the works. Encore. Why? The documentary for Michael Jordan.
I did see that. Yeah, it's like it's gonna be the opposite of The Last Dance. It's gonna be so.
I was like, I hope that this is not serious, because when I saw Encore, Michael Jordan's Wizards days.
It got to be a joke, because like, who gives a shit about Jordan's Wizards days? It's like
people. The comment section was off the chain while they say, "Yeah, we get to see him yell at 18-year-old Kwame Brown."
Oh, I would love that. Kwame Brown, Stephen A. Smith watch that documentary and shit. Stephen A. will be all over that shit.
And then my thing that I say about like true to form, if this is a real thing with Michael Jordan, true to form, you had the perfect out. Last Dance was perfect, and then you had to fuck it up and come back and do the Wizards. You had to.
All these perfect ending. That's what it is. Like, they can't accept that.
You had the perfect ending. Perfect.
Here's the thing: Michael never wanted to retire after that. Like he was bluffing, like, because Jordan is a card player. So like, yeah, he was bluffing. He said because Phil Jackson was out of there regardless.
Yeah, out of there because like
the relationship was so strained. It's like
he said, even if you go 82-0 and win the title,
we're not bringing you back and shit. Yeah,
right.
So Phil knew, the office knew, like everybody, the fans, everybody knew that Phil wouldn't be back. So Michael going out on a limb saying, "Well, if Phil's not back, then I'm retiring." Not thinking that they are bringing back before that. So then when they brought in Tim Floyd, he had no choice but to retire. He said, "Okay, I'm not playing for that guy, so I'm retiring."
Right. Like he couldn't.
But Michael never wanted to retire after '98. He still was in his prime. It's like he still had some good years. Like Michael, he just hit the winning shot in the NBA Finals. Like he still was the best player in the league at that time. Why would he want to retire? He still was the best. He wasn't declining. He was the best player in the NBA when he hit that shot. So like, who was better than him in '98? Shaq, Malone, who was like, nah, he was the best player in the league.
Not Grant Hill.
Grant Hill, hell no.
Yeah, come think about who was like relevant during that
Iverson,
time.
like, who was like, none of them.
Yeah. Not Penny Hardaway, no. Like I'm thinking about people that were like relevant during like the late '90s, like relevant players. No, like nobody.
Garnett, it was like none of those. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Mike
nobody
was the
was.
best player. He was better than all of them. So like he wasn't ready to retire. So but when they called his bluff and they fired Phil anyway, it's like so he had no choice to save face. He couldn't come back and play under Tim Floyd, and he had to retire. So but he wasn't ready. So then after sitting out a couple years, and then he was with the Wizards, he said, "Fuck it, I'm coming back." Yeah, because he was calling the shots. Then he was the GM, so he's put yourself on the team. It's like, hey, fuck it, I'm coming back. It's like,
Put my warm ups on. I'm coming in, coming in, coach.
they showing that shit. I want to see Kwame Brown get cursed out. That way.
I don't want to see it. All right, no. My thing I wrote, I said, no one asked for this documentary. No one asked for this. No one wants this. If this is really in the work, I hope that they exit out immediately, because a lot of things do be like, okay, and then it just dies in pre-production. Basically, a lot of stuff dies.
Because sometimes it sounds like a good idea. Like, let's say they have all this footage and then they start watching it. It's like, this shit is unwatchable. Like nobody's like once they start putting the footage and like editing it, it's like
editing together to make it make sense.
It's not good. It's like so then they just cancel it. That happens a lot. Where they just once you start looking at it, it's like it sounded like a good idea, but no.
In theory, it was a good idea in theory. But no one asked for this documentary, and it would not be as successful as The Last Dance, obviously.
Nowhere close.
And like not even close.
Speaking of that, also on Apple TV, I watched as well. I forgot is the Magic document. It's like the Magic version of the Last Dance.
Yeah, I watched that one, the Magic one. I watched it.
I just watched that. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it, the Magic one.
Really good. Yeah.
I didn't know Magic was as hectic as he was. Like I'm still with Cookie. I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, that stuff. That stuff I had heard.
No, but like they
wrote a book after they
went. So
he wrote a book back in the night. I remember his book he wrote. Yeah, so I knew a lot of this stuff.
Well, he kept on calling like, okay, like he just like, is he going to get down the aisle? Like they was like, is he going to be here?
Yeah, because they got married before. They got married right before his retirement. So yeah, they have been dating since college. So obviously he called off an engagement more than once during that time.
Right, it was like 4 times that they called it off, like 4 times. And finally it went through. She was like, is he gonna be here? Like I was like, whoa, like yikes. Like I didn't know about all that. I didn't know. But it was a good documentary. It was. The Magic one was really good.
My lady learned a lot about Magic. She didn't know that Magic she didn't know a lot of because she is not a big basketball fan. Like
she doesn't follow basketball.
So I really like this dude because Magic he got just like that infectious personality. Like
and what I liked about Magic is that Magic did set the blueprint for like the Jordans, for the Shaqs, like to become business.
Jordan, talk about that,
to become entrepreneurs and businessmen.
He did it.
LeBron,
his basketball career ended prematurely because of the HIV.
The HIV.
And so he said, "What am I going to do with my time?" So he started businesses. That's what he started. If we started the Magic Johnson theaters and his Starbucks and like all of that.
Fitness centers.
Yeah.
Because Marcus said when he was out in LA like years ago, he said that Magic, like he was somewhere and he was like, Magic owned like the whole, like that whole area was like Magic Johnson, everything. Like in that one area he was in, he was like, this is all Magic's business.
And I still say, I know a lot of people like the late, great Kobe Bryant, but to me, Magic's still the greatest Laker of all time. That's just my opinion. Hey, I grew up on Showtime, so I'm biased. Yeah, greatest Laker of all time, Magic Johnson to me.
Kobe's a close too. Kobe's very close to.
Yeah, they both
very close to.
Played their whole careers with the Lakers. Both won 5 championships. It's pretty close, like their resumes. Yeah,
I say that Kobe is a. If you say, if you do like this, 1A and 1B, I say you could say it like that. But then 1A, 1B, like it's not a wrong answer. If you say Magic, if you say Kobe, it's not a wrong answer.
Magic led the Lakers to the championship his rookie year. Come on, that motherfucker was cold. And Kareem got hurt in that year. Like, yes, Magic was leading the team because Kareem he got injured during the finals. So Magic had to lead the team like during the rookie. Yeah. So greatest Laker of all time. That's the era. And when he started going through all of that, then I started explaining to Babe. I was like, yeah, this is what got me into basketball. This right here.
Time with the passes.
And then they showed Magic and Larry, the Lakers Celtics.
Yeah, when they showed that, yeah.
This was it.
The thing I like about streaming, but I don't like about streaming is The way that like the one episode ends and then it automatically starts the next
Goals,
episode.
yeah,
And then
like next episode starts in 5, 4,
or
3, 2.
wait, but yeah, because man, I need so and so. I need another like let's say with the Last Dance, man, because we need more rebounding. And you be like, oh shit, it's
Yeah,
ramen, yeah.
after Horace left and went to the
We need
Magic,
more
yeah,
rebounding, and that's how the episode ends.
we need help at power forward. So then okay, this is
And
the
you already know Rodman.
Yeah.
And then they shot the little trailer at the end, like next on, and then they show Rodman, and then they start counting down in the corner. And then the bad thing about streaming is that you'll be there like 10 hours watching, like
yeah,
the whole day is just gone. You're like, I was supposed
I
to
did.
go
We
do
watched all of this
stuff.
Magic Johnson thing in one day. We did, and I think
Like I was supposed to go
the same night. I think later that night we watched. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, we're just chilling. Yeah,
I was supposed to work out. I was supposed to go grocery shopping. I was supposed to run all these errands, and then I just didn't do anything. I watched Netflix or I watched Apple TV or whatever. I watched TV all day. I did nothing. But that's the good and bad thing about streaming is that you can get all your stuff in, or you can like not do stuff and not be productive for like the whole day. But it's good if you don't have anything to do this. If you have like a holiday or like you have like some extra time, so it's good for that.
Yeah.
So I will say that. But yeah, no one asked for that documentary. So I hope it just doesn't go past free because no one wants to see him yelling at 18-year-old Kwame Brown and cussing him out.
Neighbor. And Jerry Stackhouse or whoever else, Larry, whoever was on that team. I remember that. Who else was on that fucking team? I think Steve Blake was on that team. I'm trying to remember who was on that team during that time. Who I think was the point guard on that team. I want to say.
Yikes.
I'm old. I remember that team.
Wizards, man, that was, oh my God, it was hard to watch that. It was
like, especially as Bulls fans, like seeing Michael in that jersey.
Washed up. Been seeing a washed up Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I washed up Jordan and just him in that jersey, period, offended me.
Right. It's like, that's not.
Like, he don't even look right in blue.
We're red and black. Like, we wear the red and black, like, the Bulls.
Only blue he looked right in was the Carolina blue. Any other blue he didn't look right wearing. It's like,
at all. At all.
Right in that jersey. Like, knock it off.
Yeah, this is.
I get mad to this day when I see people throw back with the Wizards jersey. I'm like, burn that shit. Like, we don't do that. It should be banned in Chicago. Yeah. Other cities, like the Wizards Jordan jersey should be banned in Chicago. I get mad whenever I see somebody in the street with what a throwback. Like, take that shit off. It's like start being like the fucking the PETA folks the first start throwing bleach on the shit like that. Take that shit out of here, man. We don't wear that in Chicago. You don't wear Jordan Wizards jerseys and I'm the Wizard and I'm not ban that shit. The Wizard bans that shit. It's like
that's a negative.
You'll see an occasional person with that Jordans where it's like, take that shit off. Put the Chicago 23 on. With the script Chicago, I got that
one. Yeah, I want one of those. I gotta get one.
I got it. I found that too when I was moving. Yeah, because you find it had disappeared, then it turned back up. I was like, oh, I still have it. I should have wore it on the podcast. I know we were going to talk about this other word. So this is the throwback you wear, not that
throwback. Yeah, I gotta get one.
Let's stay in Chicago. Talk about Mr. Kanye. Apparently married.
He was lost, but now he's found.
Missing to married, yeah.
Yeah, he was found and now he's married, allegedly.
To Bianca Censori, is that how we pronounce her name?
Sensory.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, Sensory, yeah. Who looks a lot like Kim.
Kanye got a type.
like a lot like Kim. Like, looks like a younger Kim. Like, she looks a lot like Kim. I'm like, every woman that you date looks like that. That's okay. Like we say, everybody got a type. Everybody does. So
yeah, he definitely got a type. Yeah.
But from what we know about her,
side by side, that's funny. Let's side
by side, because like she looked to what I saw. I was like, okay, let me see what his new wife looks like. Let me see. And
side by side, let's look. Yeah,
like, she like Kim.
Compare the two.
Well, Amber Rose and Kim had the same birthday, so I was
about to say, yeah, like
they had the same birthday. Yeah, so I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, Bianca, Kim, they do have similarities. You look at them. Yeah.
She looks like a younger Kim. She does. Because Bianca is 27, I want to say. So Kanye is a little bit older than her. So because Kanye is 45, she's 27. So yeah, but she's an architect from what we know, and she did work with him.
Yeezy, yeah.
So they was like, we're not sure why Yeezy needed an architect on payroll.
Well,
she was like, we're not sure because he's never.
She looked like Kim. That's why she was on the payroll.
Like, why was she? Because he was like, we like he's never worked in he did fashion, not art. Like we don't understand why he needs.
He did want to open his in his defense. Let's say, well, would this be? Yeah, it'll be architects. Yeah, he did want to open standalone Yeezy stores. So
okay, so maybe
for like the concept, yeah.
Maybe
that's one of the things he had. One of the things he beefed at with Adidas is like, instead of just I don't just want my product in like in a regular store, yeah, like Foot Locker,
Locker or Snipes or whatever. Yeah.
He was like, I want to have my own standalone Yeezy stores. That's one of the things that they beefed over like way before they dropped him. Like he had problems with Adidas for years because of that. He wanted standalone stores, so maybe that's why she was around. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. He had her around to like design his standalone Yeezy stores.
She's apparently she's falling off the grid because she doesn't want the attention because they said she deactivated all her social media.
Smart woman
now, so like
smart lady.
she deactivated her social media. So if you do try to go and find her, it's deactivated. So
that reminds me of one of my old classmates from school. The one, yeah, the one Surviving R. Kelly came out. The one.
That, yeah. And she
won't say her name because out of respect for her privacy now. But her name is very much out there. But yeah, is after that documentary dropped, she pretty much deactivated everything. You can't find her.
Everything. Like you can't find her.
Of course, everybody went to like look because like a lot of people that probably didn't know like that like went looking her up. Like we all knew because we knew back then and how she was talking.
Yeah.
So and she would post pics like kind of alluding to like not pictures of him but like stuff from that era she posted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all that shit is gone. Like she deactivated everything after that. So because no, folks are probably her inbox probably exploded after that documentary. Yeah. I can't do this shit.
The Beehive as a
Beehive, yeah.
Like, how are you going to attack her? Like, she lived through this. Like, how you like she's the victim? Like, how you going to attack her?
Yeah, like so she knows more about this situation than you.
Yeah, than you. Like you speaking as
some super fan and shit.
Like you're speaking as a fan. She's speaking as a victim. So
yeah. That's all.
Might want to sit this one out there. Might want to sit that out.
Facts.
But we'll see what Mr. Ye West, whatever, when he
want to send some congratulations all out. Congrats out to Naomi Osaka and Corday.
Yes.
First baby. Yeah, she's pregnant with their child now.
And she announced it so cute. I saw how she announced it because she posted her sonogram and was like, I'm taking this year off from tennis, basically.
Yeah. Because she had remember she had missed the Olympics and all of that. So she already was
mental health
some stuff as far as like taking a break from tennis. So now I guess during her time down, she said, fuck it, let's have a baby. So while she said during her downtime, she said, let's do it. Yeah. They've been together since I think 2019. First date, I think they said was to a Clippers game. So that's cute.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. Like I saw that when I saw that, I was like, really nice. So, the little sonogram and everything. And like I said, she didn't follow suit like her predecessor, like with Serena Williams. Serena Williams accidentally tweeted out a picture because she wasn't mean to like how her predecessor came. I remember.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to send a private message to somebody, and then it went out public with her baby bump. And people was like, oh, she was like, oh shit. Like she wasn't trying to announce that she was pregnant at that time. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Shout out Naomi and Corday having a bundle of joy. I like them as a couple. They I like them.
Yeah.
Pretty cool little couple.
Yeah, they balance one another.
Rooting for them, yeah. What did I have next? Golden Globes. Let's talk about it.
Another congratulations for expecting. Jamar Moore is expecting his first child.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Thank you, kid.
52. Yeah, he's 52 and he's about to have a baby.
Yeah. He and his lady. I saw that.
And collectively so many ladies' hearts broke. They're like, they said she stole my because a lot of women have loved Shamar Moore since The
That's,
Young and the Restless day when he first, like, I mean, like way back in the day when he first was on there.
I was gonna say Soul Train, but I'll go with Young and the Restless.
A lot of ladies were like in their feelings about, oh, now he's like, she stole my man. Like a lot of ladies, I saw that in the comment section. But they wished him congratulations. And it looks like the baby is due, I think when his mom passed away, I think the baby is due on that date, I want to say. Or something like that. Something connected with his mom. I know it's something connected with his mom. So that would be like, maybe bringing a joy into, now that his mom isn't here. So congratulations to him and his partner with their new bundle of joy. Babies are great.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
What?
One of my former coworkers, like, now it makes sense why he didn't want that video of them making up. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay, I remember.
And because like her coworker outed her while they were kissing in the background, and he ran the fuck out of there. So
yeah,
I said it at the time. I was like, he might have a situation, and clearly he does. That's why he so when he realized he was being recorded, he got the fuck out of there.
He bolted.
He was like, remember Gridlocked when they showed Tupac and
Tim Robbins, yeah.
They showed there's mug shots and then the dude turns around, they just gone.
Just smoke.
That was Shamar. When he realized he was being recorded, he was just gone. You didn't even see him leave the room. He was just gone.
Yeah, because the stage left.
Yeah, he got the fuck out of there. But you know what I'm talking about. I won't say that.
I know what you're talking about.
Very famous radio jock who has a fucking a street.
No, okay, stop.
Relationships.
Stop. Now you're getting too specific. Stop.
That could be anybody, but we know.
Stop.
Only one from Chicago. I ain't gonna say that. That's enough. I said enough now. But
Golden Globes.
Congrats going out to Shamar.
We'll talk about the Golden Globes.
Let's shift gears to the Golden Globes before I say some more dumb shit.
Wish anybody watch it. I mean, I guess people watch. I didn't watch it, but
I definitely didn't watch it. Yeah, and and I like watching the award shows typically, and that's usually when it kicks off award season. They this their first year back for a couple of reasons. The first obviously the 2021 show was canceled for obvious reasons because of COVID. But then last year's show, because remember the Hollywood Foreign Press, that whole scandal is saying it's like there's no not one black.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? So a lot of black people say, oh, we ain't going to that shit. It's like, so they ended up canceling the 22 show because of that. Because a lot of people say, fuck them, we're not going to that shit. How you have like not one black person on the Hollywood Foreign Press, But
then they brought a black host this year, Gerard Carmichael.
Carmichael hosted. I'm trying to pull up. He was. Go ahead.
As people, the reviews I saw him were kind of.
Yeah, Gerard Carmichael.
They said he was.
First of all, a lot of people never even they said, who is this first? Yeah, because I know he was summer. I used to watch the Carmichael
show, yeah.
My guy Lil was on there. That's I watched.
Kimberly Hash was on there, and Amber Stevens West.
Yeah, she was on
right,
there.
Yeah. Loretta Devine and Dave Allen Greer, right?
Greer played the father.
I named the whole cast. There we go.
There you go. I remember my guy Rail was on there. That's why I checked it out. But a lot of people never even heard of Gerard Carmichael. Like, who is he? Right? Like, and why is he hosting? And he said it on stage. Like, yeah, the reason why I'm up here is because I'm black.
I'm black. He said that.
He said, I know a lot of you probably don't know who the fuck I am. So he admitted that he wasn't qualified to host shit. Basically, he said the reason why they got me up here is because I'm black.
Yeah.
But who stole the show, which I did see that went viral. Did you see Eddie Murphy's speech?
Yeah, keeping it.
He got the Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award is what he got.
Yeah.
So shout out to Eddie, who's been acting for over 40 years. He said, I've been doing this 41 years, which he has, like 48 hours was his
Beverly Hills Cop was a long time ago.
Beverly Hills Cop was 84, yeah.
Trading Places was a long time ago.
It was 83. And what's the name? 48 hours, 82. So these are all early 80s, these movies. It's like
I was a baby when this was going on. So yeah.
48 hours came out 82. So they said, yeah, I've been acting for 41 years. I'm like, yeah, like she has.
Yeah, I was a baby when he started acting. So
and he said he gave the blueprint for success in the industry. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah. And I'm going to hop in when you say the first one.
He said, pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes.
Mind your business.
Pay your taxes.
And keep Will's wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Just when you thought that everybody was over the Will Smith slap, but he did it appropriately. It was funny.
Eddie's Eddie. Eddie's
Eddie. Yeah. He knows how to make it because we feel like that joke has been like it's a dead horse at this point. But
somehow Eddie Murphy still made it funny though, even though like the joke is like a year old almost at this point. But somehow Eddie Murphy made it funny again. Because that's really like the first big award show since the first one that on that big that top level, yeah. So he said, "Fuck it, let's go back in there." So, yeah, there it is.
And Angela got her second Golden Globe.
Okay, I didn't see the results. I just saw Eddie Murphy's clip.
I mean, I saw it. I saw it clips of like it.
Let's pull up the results.
Because the thing that I saw that I watched a video of because Jennifer Hudson presented her award, and I think that Jennifer requested that because she wanted to be able to give Black women we stick together. We want to give another Black woman her award because of Jennifer Hudson.
It's like Sam Jackson presenting Spike Lee his Oscar.
Spike Lee, yeah.
Out there when Spike won the Oscar and Sam happened to be presenting, or another one when Common and John Legend got their Oscar for Glory, like Prince presented him.
Prince presented, yeah.
Common said that. So if you would have told me when I was a kid that Prince presented me an Oscar, I would have thought you were making a joke. You say you can't make that up. It's like that's like shit that dreams are made up. That Prince will be presenting me an Oscar. It's like he's like shit you can't.
Jennifer Hudson, she's still so Chicago. Angela Bassett made Jennifer Hudson. She was so apt to say Angela Bassett. She was too apt to say that. And I want to say Tyler Williams, aka Chris,
he got his first Golden Globe.
He got his Golden Globe for Abbott Elementary.
He should have won. He should have won for everybody as Chris back in the day.
Yeah, so it was good to see the growth of him from child actor into adult actor. Like he's made a great transition. Like he transitioned well.
I thought he was hilarious as Chris. He should have won one.
His faces, like I love his faces.
Especially when
I gotta check out Abbott Elementary.
When Mrs. Morello would say some dumb shit, he just make a face.
He was so racist.
He just make a face at her ass and shit.
Yes, but Chris, everybody doesn't have 16 half siblings like you. What? What? I went through a shit with her for saying something like that to me. Like, wait, what?
I know you don't know who your father is.
Bitch, what? Yeah, she would have got cussed out by me if a teacher said that to me.
Yeah, I couldn't have went to was it Tatalia Elementary? Is that what it is?
Let a teacher say it to my kids. Like let a teacher say it to one of my kids. But yeah, though like I said, I missed the awards. But Gerard Carmichael got into some hot water because he made a joke about Whitney Houston.
Yeah, he made it.
And people are calling for his head, and it's like, I mean, is he really? I mean, like people really don't know him like that. So I mean, is he really?
Like I said, a lot of people didn't even know who he was. Like
I don't really know who he is.
What is this? Why is he hosted? A lot of people.
Because he made a tasteless joke, basically.
They could have let, if they were going to go, they could have let the homie Rel host it. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, at least Rel was in an Oscar-winning film.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, he was.
He was in an Oscar-winning film.
It's like people would know him from that at least.
Yeah.
He got a memorable quote.
Yes, motherfucking.
It's looking back like everybody from the Carmichael show is probably more famous than Gerard Carmichael. We just thought because Tiffany Haddish, Lil Rel, Loretta Devine, pretty much all of them are more famous than him. We look back at that. It was his show, but all of them are like more famous than him.
David Allen Greer,
David
legendary.
is like pretty much all of them.
Yeah, I mean, even West, even she did her thing because, like I said, she's on the show Around the World. She's on that.
Yeah, I
She
don't
did her
know what
thing.
she's done since the Carmichael show, but I guess she's
She's
still
gonna
around.
run the world. Yeah, I hope they come back for a second season. I hope they're second. I hope they do come back for a second season. I hope they do.
Mm.
But yeah, he got hot water about that with you because, like, I heard the joke and I was like, it was tasteless. It wasn't funny, and
Yeah.
like my thing is my tip I'm giving. Like, I don't know who wrote the joke or who these writers, because obviously award shows have writers for these jokes. Like a lot of times it's not the host making the jokes.
Produced the show. Like he's like worked at BET. He's like so they had a black producer too, like for diversity.
Okay.
Like Stephen Hill, but I don't know if he wrote the show. I know he produced the show.
Okay.
He's
so
the
my
he's
thing
one that's dating Shantae Moore, basically.
was Shantae Moore, yeah. Cause I saw the picture of them together and I was like, oh, did they get married?
Are they married? I know he's with her.
I think they got married. I want to say.
Well, yeah, Shantae's got a man, and that's Stephen Hill. Now, basically,
yeah, he's him now.
That show, yeah, he's the one that produced it.
Yeah. But my advice I give to like these writers is that everything doesn't have to be for shock. You know, like some people try to like, I want to shock them, I'm gonna joke them, and it's like, and you fall flat. Like there's nothing worse than that. You think that this is gonna kill them, and then your joke goes like this. And just
why's everything got to be so goddamn edgy now?
It completely falls flat, and then the audience is like this.
I hate why everything got to be
like that
edgy now. What happened to like you could have some lighthearted comedy and shit like
whatchamacallit, like I mean I know he's probably like 1,000 years old now, but like Billy Crystal never did no shit like that. Like can we get Billy Crystal?
Yeah, back when
he never did no shit like that.
Well,
like he was always funny, and
like when Lionel Richie used to host like the AMA, it's like lighthearted shit. It's like why does shit have to be so fucking edgy now and shit?
Like whatchamacallit was good, but like I said, giving her history now, giving her like skeletons now. Like Ellen was good when she hosted the Oscar. Like her but now she got stained because
nobody likes Ellen anymore now because
they're like that was a front. They're like that was fake. That wasn't her for real. That was fake.
Notice her show went off right after that scandal. It's like when it smoke this fire. She ended her show right after that came out. She's like, I'm ending the Ellen show, so like it's probably something to it. It's like because it's too coincidental. The show went off the air right after that story leaked. Yeah, it's definitely something to that.
Yeah. But I mean, we need like some like I mean, where's Billy Crystal and people like that? We need someone like that to host again.
Why does everything got to be so edgy now? Like, is society just so whack now that everything
it's dark? Everything has to be dark humor. They said Winter Call was freaking hilarious. I gotta watch her speech. They said Jennifer Coolidge was hilarious on her speech. She's always gonna be Stifler's mom. She will always be Stifler's mom for me.
I got the modern version of like why not let like Fallon host? He's pretty lighthearted.
Yeah.
Fallon, like he really does. He doesn't take out of all the late night hosts, he's the one that's like the safe guy. Like Colbert and Kimmel, they kind of like edgy as
yeah.
And then like of course like Trevor Noah, he was like with his like, but the safe one, why not let Jimmy Fallon host? Yeah, he's Trevor
Noah is good though. I think he's pretty good. I think that he would be a good one to do.
Trevor, he was on was it Daily Show? He would he'll drop some political shit in his like that.
Yeah, he'll sprinkle in a little bit. He won't go too far left with it. He'll sprinkle a little bit over it, but then he'll pull back. Like he'll sprinkle, pull back, sprinkle, pull back. Because he did what was it, the Grammys?
One of those shows, I forget which one he did.
He did one of them recently because I know like he was messing with Silk Sonic. He was messing with Silk Sonic. I remember.
Let Fallon host and him and Justin Timberlake can sing a song because they always make their little comedy songs together. Do that. That'd be funny and lighthearted.
Yeah.
instead of unfunny and edgy like Brad Carmichael and shit.
But the world is just so dark now. Everybody just wants to be just a dark cloud. And it's like let's put some sunshine out, put some rainbows out, put some shooting stars out. Like let's put some happiness out. Like we don't have to be so. We were in a freaking pandemic for 2.5 years. Like let's
I blame it all on Howard Stern and Imus. They started this shit, and now it's out of control because they were the shock jocks of their era.
Let's be real. No, like everybody, you're not Howard Stern. You suck. Like Howard Stern, actually was talented. You suck, basically. So it's like
I blame it all. And finally, well, I don't know. Finally, you might have more, but got to say rest in peace to Lisa Marie
I
Presley,
know I have that on mine.
dead at 54 years old.
Because the crazy thing is she was just at the Golden Globe.
That's why I was tying this in because she was just
yeah.
Because they did as a biopic about Elvis, and her and Priscilla were there like to support the actor. That I think the guy won. That
he won. He did.
Austin Butler. I'm looking at his name right now.
And they were saying that when she was speaking, they said that she did seem a little bit like her speech was a little. They said something seemed a little bit off, like when she was like talking and everything, and like that night it's like she went into cardiac arrest, and it's like wow, like you just never know, like looking at somebody, like how close someone is to.
You never
like
know.
You could see somebody earlier in the day and then find out that they went to cardiac arrest and passed away the next day. Like it can be that quick. So flowers to Lisa Marie. Because she had a huge shout that she lived in, like the daughter of Elvis. I mean,
yeah, quite the life. Daughter
of Elvis. I mean, come on.
Daughter of Elvis was married to Michael Jackson. She didn't have quite the journey. And Nicolas Cage.
Married to Nicolas Cage, who was like the biggest Elvis freak.
They were married for like 2 weeks. So that marriage never barely lasted. They were like barely.
He married her because he's the biggest Elvis person.
He wanted what's the biggest piece of Elvis memorabilia you can get? His daughter. Yeah.
He was crazy. He was crazy. But yeah, and then her mom had a successful acting career. Priscilla, she had a successful
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. Yeah, she did the Naked Gun movies.
Played Drebin's love interest. Yeah,
love interest. Yeah.
Shout out Nordberg, my favorite character from the movie.
The less say about that, the better.
We'll let you shit on Nordberg.
We're gonna act like that didn't happen. Because he's so playful and so funny.
I won't let you. Yeah, that's why OJ couldn't play the Terminator when they were casting. He said no one will believe OJ Simpson as a killer. Like who's gonna believe that? Fast forward a decade later, like yeah.
No. The thing. Here's my mic drop. When I was watching old footage of the Flip Wilson show, on the last episode, because Flip Wilson did Geraldine. And Geraldine always talked about her boyfriend, killer, and that they never showed. He was always just a character off screen. And then on the last episode, they made Geraldine get married, but like Killer couldn't make it. Like he had like a private get to there. His friend had to stand for him, and his friend was O.J. Simpson. And I was like, so O.J. Simpson stood in as a killer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like this was for years. Then O.J. was stood in for the killer then. And then when they were casting Terminator, like OJ was one of the names they suggested, but then the casting said, nah, nobody will buy. Like OJ, that's like the quote like Steph Curry and shit. Now, like I said, like I won't say it's too dark. Shit,
don't say that.
Yeah, who did OJ kill again? His wife.
No one would like that. Would be like the unbelievable. Yeah, when you look at somebody who just...
I'm just saying, if I was on that jury, I quit Steph Curry. Now we getting dark and edgy.
On that note, I'm not with that.
And on a dark and edgy, I just talked about dark and edgy, and I made a dark and edgy joke and shit. Mine was funny though. I'm not like Jabari Carmichael. See you laughing at that shit. You know it's funny.
I can't.
Steph Curry, the Terminator. Steph Curry with the shot, boy. Come on, like it writes itself, man.
I can't with you. I can't.
It writes itself, man. We tied all that shit in together. Steph Curry, Second Amendment. Come on, we cool. OJ. Let's wrap this shit up. Nordberg, let's go, man. We'll watch the Naked Gun tonight, so I'll see Nordberg.
I can't right now.
All right, not another damn podcast. Episode
294.
Yep. Tri-State episode. We're gonna call it the Tri-State episode. I like that. Yeah. You like what we're doing? Give us a like on this Tri-State episode. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review all your platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
YouTube, and your Amazon Alexa devices. Also, follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how I do it.
And you can check me out, MSI8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm going.